Okay, whatever the hell is going on over here, people, it's not fucking over yet. I think they got the glass company in there now, fixing the glass. And some other white vehicle just rolled up. Hold on a minute. Beck's glass. See, this guy was just in mental illness. See? Recording you guys. I don't like cops, people. I really don't. I don't care what they fucking think about me. Okay? There's a lot of shady shit going on in this fucking city, okay? A lot of money laundering, okay? A lot of body snatching. A lot of fucking white collar, blue collar crime. Okay, this is some weird shit. I know for a fact, people, that when cops blow out fucking windows with their SWAT teams and all this shit, okay, don't forget, next door was a shack for a year and a half. They came in there and raided that place, right? It was a big fucking gong show. It was just for show, people. Nobody got busted, but all the windows got blown out. Well, not all of them, but some of them got blown out and whatever, and the cops didn't come in there and start repairing fucking windows 10 minutes after the fact, after the SWAT team left. But look how fast these motherfuckers are showing up in here. Emergency services, okay? And they're repairing whatever it was that they broke. Now, who does that? Is the taxpayers paying for this, people? Or is it going to be the property owner? The property owner, Debbie's niece, who inherited the house because Debbie died in that house, right, in her bed, okay, as we got people fucking dropping off like flies, including Pastor Granny in the neighborhood, right, like every fourth house somebody's dying once a month. Like, come on, think about it, okay? Like, seriously, why are they repairing windows for? And whatever else they did. And what was that noise? Were they irrigating the air and pushing out their freaking smoke bomb? Because everybody was running around out here with their gas masks on. Or were they maybe cleaning up blood? Like, seriously. Right? Seriously. Okay? This guy was clearly showing symptoms of a mental breakdown, because Andre would go to the complex to go get his little friend, and then coming back with his friend Jude, and he said the guy would throw things out of the house right onto the middle of the road, okay? And Andre was taking this stuff and throwing it onto the grass so that the cars wouldn't run over it. This has been going on, I guess, for a while. I didn't know this. Andre didn't tell me, okay? He told me tonight that he's seen this guy every now and then just chucking things out of the house, okay? These cops have been here before, people, okay? It hasn't even been a month since they've been at this fucking house, all right? So clearly they knew. That sounds like wood. That sounds like wood, because they busted in the doors. They got the glass fucking people there, right? They're busting in the doors, busting in the fucking windows for one guy with a mental illness that they had over a month to do something with, okay? When they finished doing whatever it was that they were doing, okay, He wasn't hollering. He wasn't screaming. There was no hollering from them saying you're under arrest. None of that, people. Okay, we didn't hear any of that crap. I said to Andre, you keep an eye open for this guy. Because I said, do you know what he looks like? He says, yeah, Nana, because he was standing at the door with his hat on, throwing things out on the road. And I'm like, oh, okay. So if this guy should show up within a month or two after being released from the mental institution, I didn't say that, but, I said, if this guy should happen to show up back at this house, clearly he lives here, right? You'd recognize him, right, Andre? He goes, yeah. I said, well, if you ever see him again, you let me know. Because then we know, people, he's alive. But if this guy never, ever freaking shows up again, okay, then we know he's dead. All right? Okay? You need to do the math on the body count in terms of, one, how it's being listed under the coroner service. Because for every body that gets scooped up by these fucking so-called professionals, aka body snatchers, we're talking $500,000 to $1 million plus per body in body parts, okay, through the black market underground economy. Bottom point blank line, okay. Like, this is some shady fucking shit. All right, cop, what are you doing? I'm recording you, motherfucker. Okay. Okay. Like, who does that? Who takes taxpayers' money, go after a mentally ill individual, right? Blow out the fucking house, and then come back in and start repairing it in the middle of the night, and then charge the taxpayers for it, or the homeowner. Okay? I don't think Debbie's niece deserves this, people. I don't. Okay? I love Debbie. She was my neighbor for years and years and years. Debbie worked for the city of Surrey. She was on a pension plan, something that the government wants to take away from people. The best way to take away their pension plans is to kill them off. Okay? She told me she was going to leave this house to her niece because Debbie had no children because Debbie was gay and her lover had died. So Debbie basically lived by herself until eventually she died in her own bed. Okay, for whatever reason. I still don't know why. Okay, but I know her niece inherited a house. But obviously somebody in that house had a serious mental illness, so much so that the fucking cops exploited it to their benefit. Obviously. Okay. Obviously. And this is another reason why my family is targeted. Because I talk about this shit. Just like I talk about that fucking building over there and how it's sitting on a land haunted by ghosts that were murdered in there, those murders were never ever solved, people. Okay. Like, this is running too smooth. Well, they had like 40 guys out here running around in military gear with freaking, AKA freaking machine guns, gas masks, right? Dogs, all kinds of crazy crap. No ambulance came, people. For all that kerfuffle with the smoke bombs and shit, you'd think an ambulance would come and fucking check up on the dude, right? No ambulance. I didn't see one. I seen one fire truck and it rolled up freaking quiet. Why, people? Why? And then they were with their what was it? Was it blowing out the smoke bomb from the environment, or maybe it was washing blood? But no ambulance. No, only something that looked like the coroner's fucking vehicle. That didn't look like no paddy wagon to me, people. If it was a freaking paddy wagon, it would say Surrey City Police. Okay? It would clearly state it was a fucking paddy wagon. That was not a paddy wagon. And I've already talked about how they can kill somebody or have somebody just mysteriously die like Shemaine and then come in and put their little catheters in and some other little thing into the femoral artery, and then they just fucking preserve the organs dead in the body, people, and they just harvesting them. Okay? Where was the ambulance? There was none. You can't tell me traumatizing that mentally ill man, okay, for the amount of time that they did with smoke bombs and dogs and smashing in doors and God knows what the fuck they did. You can't tell me he wasn't traumatized and didn't deserve to have an ambulance come in, attendants, and check up on him before they hauled his ass off to fucking jail. Okay? They clearly didn't take him to the hospital, because if they were going to take him to the hospital, they would have had a fucking ambulance here. That's why I said to Andre, if you ever see this man again, you let Nana know immediately, because then we know he wasn't murdered, okay? Murdered. Okay? But if he never fucking shows up again, then we know he's dead. And we really need to seriously ask ourselves, why? When the cops had a whole fucking month to deal with his mental illness in a manner that didn't take his life, okay? Because they weren't even here a fucking month ago doing this shit, but not to this extreme though. You see, that's the thing. Okay? Now, am I looking for trouble? No. But this is my window. Hell, I can't even look out my fucking window without having some fucking dude sitting on my chair that he took off my fucking porch and telling me to shut the fuck up and close my fucking window as he's sitting there with a fucking shotgun. I mean, like a rifle or like a, you know, kind of guns that you run around with. Some big, long, black gun. I don't even know how Andre's seen him in the middle of the night. And I'm not supposed to be worried about my son coming out, running around in the yard, looking to see what's going on with some dude sitting there with a fucking, you know, machine gun in the dark? Shooting my son? By accident? Yeah, okay. Okay. Right? I'm going to upload this after I upload Andre's news, okay? Because he's the one who woke me up. I was sleeping. He said, Nana, I'm surprised you didn't hear it. All this boom, 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 boom. Because they were shooting. Boom, 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 boom. I said, no, Andre, Nana gets tired. I didn't hear nothing. Andre's the one who seen that, whoever it was, sitting in the dark on my chair, holding a fucking black machine gun. Okay? As you got another 40, 50 guys in army gear running around with their fucking gas masks on. For one dude that had a mental illness. I can't stress it enough. Okay? So if he never shows up again, people, we know. Okay? We know. Because it was completely unnecessary. It doesn't take 50 fucking lunatics to take down one man. Okay? It just doesn't. That's not what Debbie gave her house for. Okay? But you see, there's people out here that want that property. So if they can bankrupt Debbie's niece by making her pay for all this fucking shenanigans, right? Because you know the cost is going to be, well, you're the homeowner. You need to give us a $15,000 bill to repair the glass that we broke in the middle of the fucking night because your crazy husband or your crazy brother or your crazy uncle, you know, made us do it, right? You know, it cost us $25,000 to repair what we fucking did. So you better cough it up now, because if you don't, we're going to seize your house and we're going to get our money by any means fucking necessary. And once they do that, that little piece of property is going to go up in the fucking neighborhood, and all the Punjabis and Chinese will be fighting for it because they want to improve the neighborhood with a bunch of fucking empty buildings that sit on land that are haunted by dead people. Okay? Because that's basically what's happening out here in the city of Surrey, in the province of British Columbia, Canada, aka the new fucking Congo. With a bunch of ghouls running around posing as human beings. Professional ones at that. And I don't find anything professional about this. Absolutely nothing. If anything, it's traumatizing my grandchild. Okay? Because it was completely unnecessary, unprofessional, and dirty. Dirty fucking pool. And a waste of the taxpayers' money. Okay, so just so that we know, it's like 5:37 a.m. in the morning, April 22nd, 2022. Hold on a minute. As you can see, it's daylight. And these motherfuckers are working hard and fast, people. Okay, they're trying to cover up what the fuck they did. So at 1:30 in the morning until 4:30 in the morning, they've been out here for the last hour repairing what they fucking blew out and smashed in. Okay, like literally. Like, I can't believe this shit's going on. Okay, like I know this is not what Debbie wanted for her house, people. Okay, like this is personal. All right, like I don't know. This is fucking personal. Okay. Like seriously, if this is the result of the mental health care system in the province of British Columbia, Canada, like this is bogus, okay? Clearly the guy had a mental illness that had been showing for a while, because Andre said that he'd come out onto the road right where that cop car was, and he'd start throwing shit onto the road, and then he'd run back in the house, okay? And as Andre's coming with his friend from the complex, they take whatever he threw out and put it onto the side of the road so the cars wouldn't roll over. And he was throwing out like perfectly good organs and all kinds of stuff. It wasn't junk per se, as he was obviously in mental distress. These cops were here like a month ago, people. Okay, so it's not like they didn't know what they were dealing with. Okay, they traumatized him for fucking hours with their dogs and their blowhorns, and they're freaking shooting rubber bullets at the house, and right, and then they went in there and started busting down the fucking doors and blew in smoke bombs. Andre said he's seen the smoke; it covered up everything. That's why they were running around out here with fucking gas masks, 50 fucking minutes, 3:30 in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, running around with fucking gas masks on. Okay, and no ambulance comes to check up on them after they fucking get inside. Okay. We got it on fucking camera, people. Okay, there was no ambulance. To me, it looked like the coroner's fucking car, okay? Only a little bigger because, you know, they gotta have their boys hovering over the dead body, right? As they're perfusing the fucking organs, okay? Let's call it for what it is. Seriously, man, as they're gonna bankrupt Debbie's niece. But making her pay for this crap. Okay? That's the way I see it, people. Okay, you watch. As soon as it's fucking daylight, all these guys are gonna be gone, right? Because they don't want the general public, the sleepers in the neighborhood, to really know what the fuck is going on. Okay, I know what goes on because they went and did this house where the landlord seems to think he's such a good fucking landlord, but yet he was running a fucking shack. He knew it was a shack, and he benefited from it. Okay. And because he's got money from the whole shenanigans, right? You know, he's trying to force me out of my house so he can repeat the fucking process with the fucking Syrians, right? Like I said, only so many people riding around in a maroon moped, okay? Kingpin sitting up on fucking welfare, disability yet to boot, can't speak English. Yeah, I wonder why. Because you don't want to get caught. You come to this country to sell fucking drugs so this shit can happen. Okay, so this shit can happen as the tweakers are walking up and down the fucking road, throwing their bikes around and falling down flat on their face. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And we're just gonna go see. Like, this is messed up. What do they do? Blow out the whole fucking house, people? They're boarding up every fucking window. Look at those boards. Why? Are they seizing the house? What's going on? See? Blown up. They're just putting, look at this.
In the town of Mariupol, and local officials accuse Russia of bearing thousands of civilians dead.
The whole fucking house. This is Debbie's house. Somebody wants this property, people. Somebody wants this property, eh?
Time to go.
Somebody wants this property, right? Right? What happened? This has been going on since like 1 o'clock this morning. It's not funny, man. Not fucking funny. You can't trust you guys. There's something up with you. I'm not afraid of them people because they already hurt my family. Okay, this is the shit that they do, man. Okay? Like, what the fuck? Where's the babyface cop? You know what? I'm telling you, they got their super soldiers out here. Okay? This is just a little test run. This is what this shit is. This is fucking all paid for by taxpayers, and they will end up paying for it as well, people. Debbie's niece is gonna pay for this, as the taxpayers paid for this fucking gong show. Or was it a snuff movie? Maybe it was a fucking snuff movie. And I'm not supposed to take it personal, people. Okay? Who the fuck was sitting in this chair with a fucking black machine gun? Huh? Huh? What were they protecting? Them doing what they were doing? Or me and my grandkids and my son and my neighbors? Were they protecting us? Or were they protecting themselves? Because the way it looks to me, people, is they're protecting themselves. Okay? I call it for what I see it. Believe half of what you see, people. And don't believe anything that I say. Okay? But at least believe half of what you fucking see here. Okay? I seen this shit here. Only this is worse. Okay? This is worse. Like, I'm livid. I'm so livid, people. So fucking livid. I don't think whoever was in that house survived. No ambulance came. I didn't see an ambulance. Only one fire truck rolled up quietly to make sure that nothing was sparking. But other than that, this road was full of fucking... It was all the way down. Andre seen it. The cops were down there in their vehicles. But everything else was running around was military. Okay? With their fucking super soldiers in there. Right? Yeah, I bet you. It was just way too many. Debbie's house is the smallest house on the block, besides this one. This house was targeted because they want to build in their empty fucking buildings. Run with lights on, one in the dark. Okay? White to light to dark to dark to white to light. Okay? Oh, I'm sure it will fill up eventually, but gotta wait for that fucking airplane, right? Or maybe not. Maybe they'll just keep it empty. Okay? All for one dude that was showing and displaying mental illness for over a month in broad daylight. There's no reason for this to have happened. if they would have done their job correctly in terms of mental health intervention when it came to erratic behavior in the neighborhood, right? But no, they had to take him out and the whole fucking house. Okay? Okay, so we're gonna follow up on this, people. It is now 6:30 in the morning, and they're still out there boarding up the whole house, it looks like. Okay? All right? So in the meantime, this is the video that I made with Andre. Well, Andre's news, right? He's the one who woke me up. Brought this to my attention. So I'm looking at the video before I upload it, right? I've already put it together and converted it. If this was a paddy wagon, quote unquote, okay, it would say City of Surrey Police on this vehicle. There's nothing on here, people. This is related to the coroner. Okay? I'm pretty sure. So this vehicle wasn't here for very long. I'm looking, you know how I like to do that. I'm looking for Mr. Toucan. Okay? Because think about it. If you wanted to test out your prototypes, right, onto society, how would you do that in terms of a super soldier / hybrid, whatever, robotoid, or clone, or whatever, however they're creating these things? Okay? One way would be to put out the call for a convoy and bring it in that way through federal government so that they can tweak the legislation and get it in place, and then start targeting people who speak out against injustices in society. Or you would target somebody with a mental illness that had access to property in terms of a whole house and its land. Okay? And then you would take that opportunity to do something like this so that you get paid twice. Right? Not only do you free up the land now because the homeowner is having to pay for this, including house repairs under an emergency situation, which is even more money. It's like coming in after hours, right? You get time and a half, right? And then, of course, you know, the taxpayers paid for this, people. All right? I gotta stay focused on this because this is very disturbing. So, whoever was in that house wasn't taken out in a traditional sense where they were arrested by police in uniform and taken into a vehicle and driven off to jail. I highly doubt this is a paddy wagon, because if it was an official paddy wagon, it would have the City of Surrey RCMP logo on it. There is no logo on this vehicle. Okay? The coroner's office and that department, in terms of the, I don't know what to call them other than the body dude guys, okay, the ones that pick up the dead bodies, right? You know, those ones driving these kind of vehicles. A little smaller, a little bigger. I guess it really all depends on what kind of equipment is in there, because you have to remember, people, we're not dealing with just people coming in and picking up dead bodies now. No, we're dealing with people that come in, place in their perfusion tubes, get the process going before their bodies are eventually transported to the hospital to have those organs inside that have already been perfused. Okay? To have those organs removed and then made a profit through the black market, because it's not being done by donation. Okay? It's more profitable to do it illegally than it is legally. Okay? So, if that guy is dead, you can almost guarantee his organs were put through that process so that they can capitalize off it in the back room. Being that we're in the fucking boys' room here, okay? Because this is all men. I haven't seen one woman yet. And the majority of them are white men. I think I've seen one Asian. But I'm looking for Mr. Toucan. That's who I'm fucking looking for. Because as far as I'm concerned, this was nothing but a fucking gong show to flush out the fucking homeowner because somebody in the neighborhood wants that property. So they took out the house. And they used a sick man to do it. And they're charging the taxpayers for it. As the homeowner will lose everything who happens to be Debbie's niece. And her children. Okay? Debbie didn't leave her house for this to happen. Like I said, this is personal. Okay? Unless Debbie's niece sold the house and it's a new homeowner and the individual is completely disconnected from me, then okay. But even if I had no relation, no connection, no knowledge of the new tenant in that house, it's still one, Debbie's house. I know, two, the politics in the fucking neighborhood around here, okay? I know that I'm dealing with fucking vipers because I've been dealing with vipers for a long time. And they come in all colors, shapes, and sizes, okay? So don't be deceived because this is mainly all white men. There's also a backroom deal going on here, people. And the scraps are the body parts, okay? In terms of if you got a handful of people in here, with that underground economy, laundering fucking money and trafficking body parts, right? Not everybody in the crowd is going to know, but for the ones that do know, right, they know that they're going to get $5,000, $10,000, $20,000, $30,000. I don't know what the deal is cut, but they're getting something if they transport these bodies after they've been prepped with their perfusion fucking devices and machinery. And once those organs are out, that's it. Because I don't know. How are they doing it? Through Bitcoin? I don't know, people. I don't know how they're doing it, but they're doing it. Okay? And the homeowner is because she inherited the house, assuming that it's Debbie's niece that still owns the house, because Debbie told me she was leaving it to her niece, right? And her niece was there. As far as I know, her niece lives there. I don't know, right? I'm not a nosy neighbor, but in a situation like this, I'm not gonna step down, people. I'm not. I'm gonna find out what the fuck happened. Okay. Seriously, I don't think that guy made it. Right? Unless the guy wasn't even in there and it was just a opportunist moment to trash the house so that it can go up on the market. Right? It's like I said, my house, between the 4 houses, whoever gets my house gets the whole fucking block. Okay? Between the 3 different property owners connected on the one block of my house, because there's four houses on my block. In terms of from road to road. Okay, what was I going to say? Do you see this guy? Look. He's walking. He's coming like this. Completely out of character in terms of dress. Everybody else is in quote-unquote military gear. Because I think this was a form of a military exercise. And like I said, they're using an ill person to do it as they penalize the homeowner, who probably more than likely was just crying out for help in terms of mental health services and, that kind of stuff, right? Okay? All right, this guy is completely dressed differently. And he goes in behind here. So he's going into here, people. Does that look like somebody arresting somebody? Where is he? There he is. Does that look like this is a cop arresting whoever it was that they were showing such a force for to arrest? We have it on recording that they were asking him to come out and give himself up because he was being arrested. Does this look like somebody who arrested somebody? Because he sure in the hell doesn't belong in this fucking group. Okay? I'm sorry for swearing, but, you know, like, this is pathetic. Okay? Watch him. Okay, there he is right there. You can see his arm. There he is right there. Okay? I have to do it like this, otherwise it goes too fast. There he is right there. He just came into the frame. He's right there. He's behind that man. See? You seen him. He went in behind the vehicle here, people. Now you tell me, does that look like a cop that arrested somebody? Is this a paddy wagon? Or is it something to transport a body and they just need the little extra space for their machinery to perfuse those organs before they're extracted in a hospital setting, which is paid for by taxpayers. Okay? Right? Okay? Just think of Shimei. That's what they did with Shimei. They took her to the hospital. They had her fucking perfused downstairs before they even took her out the fucking door. They took her to the hospital. And then they made arrangements. And by 6 o'clock at night, she was in the OR, people. And they were laughing because they knew those organs were preserved inside the dead body. Okay? Okay, so I'm sitting here just huffing and puffing. I'm so angry right now. Okay, and I noticed that the door opened. Okay, here's this door. Because that guy went by, right? He opened the door. Okay, let's see what he does. But I'm going to go on and off, on and off. See? Door's opening. Look how wide it is. What kind of van is this? See? The door? Now this guy came out. Look at the way he's dressed, people. Look at the way he's dressed, people. Okay, just remember what I tell you. Actions speak louder than fucking words. Okay? Does this guy look like... Look, he's got a leather jacket on. I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't have a fucking studded freaking bracelet on. Okay? Seriously, if we look hard enough, we might find it yet. Okay? He is dressed completely out of character with everybody else. Is this a cop? Where are the fucking cops? Where is the RCMP, quote unquote? I don't see them, people. Who was arresting that man? This guy is fucking smiling. Where is he? Okay? He could be a Mr. Toucan if you really want to take it there. You know, it's hard to say. I mean, look at his nose. Okay? It's sticking out like a Pinocchio. Right? But this dude right here, where did he come from? Where are we? 444. Let's just take it back. I didn't see that. Okay, hold on. 444. Let's go to 4. There he is right there. But where does he come from? That's the thing. Okay, we'll start at 37. And we'll just watch and see. See when he comes into the frame. We're at 38 now. Okay, he was standing with the crowd because now he's turned himself around. Okay, so let's just watch. See the door? Okay, so maybe he didn't have a black leather jacket on. Then he closes it. Why? They're running around in little mini tanks, but yet they drive up with this corner-looking, gaudy, ugly white thing. White is their color when it comes to this kind of stuff. Okay, well, maybe there's a different guy that goes to the door. Where are we? Oh, I don't know. That was it. 444 passed. Okay, nobody can say that I'm picking on these dudes, right? Because it's not like I went looking for fucking trouble. But I want you to pay attention to this guy, okay? Because I don't know. I think the behavior is kind of weird because we had the big group, right? We clearly seeing somebody come by that was dressed out of character, right? With his sleeves rolled up to his, biceps kind of thing. Anyway, the group broke up, right? Now this guy, he's got a flashlight and he's going to look inside here. Why? Why would he do that, people? What would be so interesting that he'd want to look? What do you think? Oh, wait. No, it was this guy. This guy came this way. This guy was standing here, and he going this way. You watch. He's over here now. There he is. See, he's got a flashlight. We just seen it. Okay, he's got a flashlight. Right? Where are we? Okay, you'll see a flashlight. That's my computer. I told you there's something wrong with it. It's this guy right here. See? Do you see the flashlight? Okay. So he's standing right here. Here's his little flashlight. And he's flashing around. Why? He's now walking to the vehicle. He's got his flashlight. He's walking up to the vehicle with his flashlight. His buddy's behind him. Okay, what's so important that they got to go in there and look with a flashlight? Like, look at him. Look. Looking right in. Look. What's he looking for? Just curious. I'm just curious. What was he looking for? What was he hoping to see? Freezing cold outside, but yet he's got his arms exposed. Like, it's literally freezing out there. Okay? Another guy running around completely bald. You can see this dude's arms. Right? Does that look very fucking professional to you in terms of where are the cops? Do you see any cops in this, people? I don't see no cops. Okay? What is this? Why? Never seen them bring out... I'm trying to stop this. Oops. I'm going the wrong way. Sorry, hold on. I was on the wrong button. What's going on there? Hold on a minute. Okay, we're at the point where the fire department now comes. And remember, we only seen the one fire department truck. And that would probably be because they were blowing out the windows with smoke bombs. They were shooting shit into the house. Okay? All right? So, but no ambulance. no RCMP, but now we've got one firefighter going in, okay? I know somebody followed and they were carrying something. Okay, I have to do it this way because that's... I don't know how to slow it down on this editor. So this guy comes up from in the back of this white vehicle. What is the purpose of this white vehicle that looks like a coroner's vehicle? Now he's going in on the other side. So whatever this vehicle is about, it got what it wanted. Hold on a minute. Look at the angles of the window on that. Do you see that, people? Okay, no logo. Oh wait, maybe there is. Maybe there is. Hold on a second. Nope. Nope, that was just shadowing. Nothing. No logo, nothing. But look at the shape of that window. Huh? What do you think? Long enough to hold a body, that's for sure. Right? Enough room to have equipment for those perfusion machines. Right, people? Okay? I'm not afraid to say it. No, I've done my research. Okay? I pulled up an article from 1990 when they were testing it out on mongrel, not pedigree, but mongrel dogs, as if mongrels didn't count, as if people didn't love a mongrel dog. Okay? More than enough room for equipment. Long enough to hold a body on a stretcher. Okay? Enough room in there to hold one or two personnel, quote unquote, body snatchers. Okay? Okay? If you were a body snatcher, how would you fucking do it? Think about it. And then make the taxpayers pay for it. And the property owners as they lose their houses. Okay? If they're not medically kidnapping them, well, I don't know. I see what I see, people. Tell me how the cops are protecting the neighborhood. Who are they protecting? From what? A mentally ill man that was crying out for help as he was throwing out his furniture? Yeah.
Police sirens.
That's all their cars. On both sides. And down the street. By the complex. Okay, so not soon after that white vehicle left, okay, which, you know, under normal circumstances would be connected to the coroner's service, okay, but clearly it wasn't the coroner's service driving the vehicle. It was one of that group, okay. Now they're coming out with their Hummer. Okay? Now they're coming out with their Hummer. Kind of looking like a little mini freaking tank.
Welcome to Canada. We called it.
Completely dark, camouflaged.
A mentally ill person that throws his stuff outside during the day.
Yeah. All this for a mentally ill person that throws his belongings outside onto the middle of the road in the middle of the day. Okay. Okay. You really need to ask why. Why? Why? You think they're trying to protect the neighborhood from him? Is that what you think? Okay, so now it's 20 after 7 in the morning. Okay, this shit, it was going on before 1:30 in the morning, people. Andre woke me up at 1:30, and it's now almost 7:30 in the morning. Okay? And it's almost like they boarded up every window. Okay? How many? I don't know. Obviously smashed into the doors. Right? Everybody got paid overtime. Right? Especially those guys. Right? So, I would say this is the classic example of trafficking houses. Okay? Because somebody's being charged a hefty bill for this. It's being double billed, okay? The taxpayers are paying for this. And, what do you call it? The homeowner is paying for this. Okay? Alright? And Debbie's rolling around in her grave right now saying, holy crumb, this is not what I wanted for my niece and her family. Okay? So, hold on.